Bitcoin knocking on the door of six figures. And behind that door, a $3 billion potential short position liquidation event that could ignite a face melting short squeeze and send Bitcoin parabolic to our secondary target. And guess what? And guess what? Another state has just joined the Bitcoin reserve race. Yep, North Carolina is stepping up in a big way. Let's talk Bitcoin fireworks and the big money moves powering the next leg up. Welcome back, Crypto Crew. It's your boy Tom here, bringing you the hottest in Bitcoin and crypto action. If you're ready to dive into today's market analysis, give us a like. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to follow us on X, where we talk Bitcoin, crypto all day, every day, 24 hours a day. We are insane on this channel. We are sick for cryptocurrencies. All right, let's get right into the fire. Bitcoin itself is hovering just below the $100,000 resistance, a psychological and technical level. But what makes this so critical is once we pounce up through the 100,000, we got $3 billion in shorts sitting right here. And what do you think is going to happen when that occurs? There's going to be a massive short squeeze. We enter a liquidation pocket that could wipe out the $3 billion in short positions. That's right. We're talking a classic short squeeze setup right here at the 100,000 mark. And the traders that bet against Bitcoin are going to be forced to buy it back, driving prices even higher. That could actually send us quickly to our secondary take profit level at 107. Now, after that 107 is taken out, we expect a little bit of consolidation before we go straight up to that 110,000 level. Remember what I told you yesterday. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, you got to see it. You got to look at the daily close on the 109,500 mark. That's going to be the key to getting above and actually rocking up. So let's pull up the charts, looking at the 1-day time frame right here. We had that megaphone pattern. Target was hit, 95,009. Textbook level for taking partials if you're trading with us. Next major level we're targeting is 107,100. That aligns perfectly with the ascending wedge pattern that we had on the long-term chart. Now, guess what? We had actually two descending wedges right here. Descending wedge right there, descending wedge right there. Now we have basically the next one right here is a complete continuation pattern, right? This was ascending, ascending. This is slightly descending. This is a classic continuation pattern. Now let me show you something even more powerful. We're talking about our Bitcoin bottom zone indicator. Every time this thing fires, we've seen massive pumps right after the breakout. It flashed recently, and a breakout's confirmed. That adds even more confluence to our bullish bias. Now, structure-wise, all right, like I said, if we go just back to the structure on the weeklies, all right, this right here, this pattern right here is a classic continuation pattern, right? This was actually consolidation, consolidation, ascending triangle, consolidation, consolidation, ascending triangle, slightly descending triangle with the breakout is awesome for continuation, crew. So just stick with me here. All right, so let's shift gears for a second. And let's talk about Ethereum. All right, we talked about this yesterday. Like I said, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, go back and see it. I mean, we talked about the EMA ribbons. We needed to get over that 50-day. We're kind of coming close to it. Ethereum's it's having a little bit of a hard time, but there's something interesting on the monthly chart. On the monthly chart. For those of you guys that are interested in Japanese candlesticks, you know, this is Chotomate Kurosai. This is hang on Danielson, wax on, wax off stuff. Like I said yesterday, you know, I'm not a big doji, I'm not a big believer or follower of candlesticks, but there are a lot of people that do. And this is like a long leg doji shows up, and it means it shows extreme indecision at the time. At the time, it was showing extreme indecision. It could have went either way. But when this forms after a consolidation, it's an uptrend, it's an uptrend continuation, especially at a key inflection point like we're at right now. It generally signals a trend continuation. And in Ethereum case, the bulls are gaining control. And this candle says, back in the day, this candle says they're about to run with it. Now, combine that with Ethereum holding above 1,700 and an upside target of 2,500 in play. So it could be the fuel for a bigger move towards 3,800 and the $4,000 target that we've been talking about. So where are we heading? Well, we're eyeing that $100,000 mark on Bitcoin for the short term to medium term to actually liquidate those 3 billion on the upside. Now, if we really look at this, I want to go over to my X post right here, right? Bitcoin, basically, we were talking about this liquidity, right? We've been saying this liquidity ad nauseum, right? We've been talking about M2. What did I do it? Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. There's my M2 map right there. The 105-day leading liquidity leads towards actually coming into Bitcoin in about the end of this month, beginning of June. All right. Now, we've been talking about it ad nauseum. Now, like I want to show you right here on our X post, right? This is a very important post. Bitcoin doesn't move randomly. It follows liquidity. M2 broke out and Bitcoin's tracking like a shadow. Ignore the noise, man. Follow the whales. All right. So if I move over to, we're going to go over to altcoin right now because that's an important point right here. Really, if I come over to the far side, where's my far side? Right there. Okay. We're looking right now 39.5 billion in assets management under BlackRock, and they just bought 350 million worth of Bitcoin. That's not retail play. That's big capital moving in. Now, also, if you see here, we're getting, inflows into ETF, which is very, very important. We're not really at the all-time highs, but we're very, very close. Now, guess what? Michael Saylor, he's not slowing down. He raised 60 or 84 billion in capital to buy more Bitcoin. The institutions are here and they're not waiting. They're getting involved. Now, I want you to see altcoin season itself, okay? It doesn't warn you. It just arrives fast and loud. Now, Bitcoin dominance is starting to wane, and that's your signal, okay? Altcoins are headed up for a breakout. Wait too long, and you're going to be chasing the green candles. I'm telling you that right now. Now, here's the kicker. Like we said before, Bitcoin doesn't move randomly, and altcoins don't move randomly. All right. So if we come back to this post, they follow liquidity, and right now, global liquidity just broke out and Bitcoin's tracking like a shadow, and so are the altcoins. So the smart money is the roadmap, and if you're watching this, you're early. Most won't see it until it's 20% higher. Now, what got you? Now, we want to talk about this right here. North Carolina Senate just passed a bill to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve. That makes them the next state to formally adopt Bitcoin as part of a state-level asset strategy. This is the beginning of a competitive accumulation by governments. I mean, like here are the rest of the guys, right? Here, where are they? Where are they? There we go. That's the ones. Those are the rest of the guys that already jumped in. Now, all of a sudden, North Carolina is getting in. So before we wrap up, crew, I got to tell you about our crypto community. It's totally free to join. You click this link in the description. You get taken over to this page. And like I said, it's completely free. We're going to be dropping insane alpha and trading opportunities from daily breakouts to long-term gains. We got you covered. You want to follow us with a great broker? We suggest that you click on this link right here. This is our trusted broker right here. Low fees, fast execution, perfect for our strategies. Join the crew, level up your trading, and let's stack those profits together. So what do we got going, crew? What do we got going? We got, if Bitcoin breaks the 100,000, short squeeze, and it's just not another milestone. It could be ignition for the full-blown melt up. Stay ready, stay focused. Remember, always trade with your head, not over it. Make sure that you do your own research, and remember, as a short-term trader, enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.